John 1:14 says, "The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son, who came from the Father, full of grace and truth."
Who is Jesus?
Who is Jesus? Before Jesus, I was anxious. I didn't have a fatherly figure for a good part of my childhood, which led to home not feeling like a safe space for me. I was full of anxiety and doubt, and I was doubting him, and I was anxious about what he had planned for me. It was crippling. So I grew up going to church. I grew up here in Victory, and I went to a private Christian school. So I grew up knowing what the Bible said inside and out. In school, they would have us memorize all the books of the Bible, and like I was good at that. And we would have Bible tests, and I would get all the questions right. And so I definitely wasn't unfamiliar with the Lord. I knew what he said. I knew what his word said. I knew what my parents had raised me on. It still just wasn't clicking. I more so viewed the Bible as like a textbook that I had to study. But when it came down to like a relationship with him, I just didn't have that. I went to college and my faith was just tested. I thought I was a Christian, and then certain things happened and I was like, am I actually a Christian? My world was just like rocked, and I realized I really didn't actually know why I believed what I believed. I decided that I would actually read the word just for myself, not for a school test, not to get all the questions right at youth group, but truly just because I wanted to know why I believed what I believed. I wanted to know, why am I hearing these things at church? Why are they saying that the Lord is Jehovah Jireh? What does that even mean? What does that look like in my life? And once I finally decided to read the word for myself, not for anybody else, not because my parents told me to, not because, I saw other people doing it, but because I really just wanted to know who Jesus was. That's when I realized that the Lord is somebody that I can trust. I realized that the Lord is somebody that does have my best interests in mind. I realized that the Lord is somebody that I can run to when I am feeling anxious, when I am having doubts. I realized that the Lord isn't afraid of my doubts. He's not afraid of me questioning him. I know who God is for myself. I've seen his hand at work in my life. I've seen him move so drastically in my life that it would be foolish for me to not be certain of who he is. He's made it very, very hard for me to not be certain of him.
Who is Jesus?
Who is Jesus? Jesus is my best friend, a father, my safe space, the first person that I run to when I am struggling and down in the dumps. He has been that safe space that I've been looking for, the safe space that I was desperate for when I was a kid. And yeah, the safe space for me to run to when everything else seems like it's on fire. So, yeah.